Hi. I know we've just been through a lot of learning about immune systems. So, what else is there to know? Well, did you notice that mushrooms are trending? That people are all excited about mushrooms. So, let's talk about it. So, do you know you have zero to 3 days? If somebody walks by you and sneezes on you, nobody's being rude, but or coughs on you, or maybe you go to an outdoor concert and you're in a tight area waiting in line for something, you may be breathing bacteria or viruses that you're unaware of, right? Just in general. Well, do you know that actually, almost everything that is pathogenic that we don't really want comes through our orifices in our nose and in our mouth? And what can happen, and I'm generalizing a little bit, but this is fairly accurate. What happens is those pathogens kind of go up back into the back of our sinuses and they start to develop something called a mast cell, M-A-S-T cell. It's sort of like a Star Wars Death Star. It just grows and grows and grows. And after about 3 days, it's ready. And have you ever noticed that you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, and then all of a sudden, poof, it's like, oh dear, I really don't feel well. Well, that's when the mast cell has developed and it's given you its gift. So what do we want to do something at day 0. So if somebody sneezes on you, or if you're a bus driver, or if your kids come home from school bringing lots of bacteria, MycoShield Botanicals, it has been specifically designed for immune cell engagement in the skull, in the mucous membranes of the mouth, of the sinuses. And here's what it looks like. It's a little bottle. It's very easy to travel with. 3 sprays in your mouth. And what it does, again, is it engages immune cell activity in this area. That's why this is so key. I would highly recommend that you consider keeping this in your purse, having it on hand. It's very easy to use. When my husband and I went to Europe, we did 3 sprays in the morning before we went out, just touring, 3 sprays when we got back. It's awesome. You can even do this on the plane. Very, very good stuff. So this is for 0 to 3 days. Highly recommend it. Okay, what about daily? So Stamets 7 has things like reishi, cordyceps, maitake, lion's mane, chaga. All of those things support your immune. They support your mental capacity. They engage immune activity in a lot of ways, like giving you oxygen, supporting an even mucosal membrane, helping with blood sugar, liver detox, organ system support. So this helps keep you in a kind of a steady state. It's to be taken 7 days a week, and there's 7 mushrooms in here. It's fantastic. Now, just so you know, an average dose of mushrooms is 1 gram, right? 1,000 milligrams. That's an average dose. You can look it up. A therapeutic dose is 2 to 4 grams. So if you really want to kick it up, like let's say you're going on vacation, or your wedding's coming up, or your daughter's wedding is coming up, and you want to kick it up a little bit, this says to take 2, which is 1 gram. But the powder says you can take up to 3 grams. So this would be something that you would do if you want to kick it up a little bit, just kind of boost things a little bit, right? Great stuff. Same thing. Great stuff. And then if you don't want to take powder or a capsule, you can do the spray, the drops. You just do a dropper full under your tongue. When you put it under your tongue, it goes immediately into your bloodstream and starts working immediately. When you take it in the powder or the capsule, it still is super effective, but it has to go through your digestive system, so it can take longer. Stamets 7. Now, what about if you've been sick, you are sick? What about you just can't get your mojo back? Like, you're feeling better, but it's just like, I don't quite feel like myself, right? My community. If you've been sick, you are sick. If you've just been on intensive treatments and you're done with those treatments and you just really need to help your immune system come back, where'd you go? My community. This is 17 different kinds of mushrooms. It's kind of like their chicken soup of mushrooms. The more, of course, helpful, the more helpful mushrooms you have together, the more synergistically they work to help you. Just like there's a difference between playing a guitar and having a symphony, you can get a much richer response in your system when you take this. Again, 1 gram is an average dose. If you wanted to do a therapeutic dose, you can do 1 to 3 grams using the powder. You can throw it in a shake. You can mix in a little bit of water and throw it down. I wouldn't throw it in your coffee. It doesn't taste too good in your coffee, but it's really good in a shake. And you can get it in the dropper as well. We also have gummies. Master Blend has 10 gummies if you prefer a gummy blend. So there's 7 in this, 17 in this, and 10 in this. It's really important to do something for your body. And did you know that we have more in common genetically with mushrooms than we do with the plants we eat? That's one of the reasons mushrooms do so well in our body. So immediately, 0 to 3 days, daily, Stamets 7 daily. And if you need to kick it up for a short period of time, my community. I would not do my community every day. Save it for when you really need it. I know sometimes my husband will call me at work and say, oh, honey, I'm not feeling so good. And I say, just go in the cabinet and take a couple of my community. I come home, I say, how are you feeling? He's like, I'm fine. Why? Like he forgot he was sick. It was awesome. All right. Thank you so much for coming. I hope that helps you. Take good care of yourself.